your buddies and crank it up to 64 bits. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 N64 multiplayer games. For this list, we look at the games with a multiplayer mode that brings something new to the title, has innovative or unique features, and of course, is a hell of a lot of fun. Number 10, WWF No Mercy. There's nothing quite like coming off the top rope out of nowhere to beat up your friends. This title was one of the earlier wrestling titles to go into 3D, and the addition of new double team moves brought a fresh element for multiplayer gamers. Furthermore, the game added even more modes to be played, like the ladder match as well as the behind the scenes stages, to give a huge amount of variety and replayability.
Eliminated!
Number 9, Excitebike 64.
Excitebike 64!
While other racers on this list endeavor to have an arcade-like approach, this Supercross title prided itself on realistic physics and a tangible sense of speed.
Sarah Hill moves up to third place!
Even though it has a greater grounding in reality than some other titles of the time, it is still insanely enjoyable for serious and casual gamers alike. The course design is clever, yet not so difficult that you won't be able to slide around corners almost right away. It even has a soccer mode. I think we know now where Rocket League got its idea from. Number 8, Bomberman 64.
Ready, go! Yo!
The aim of this maze-based puzzle game is much the same as the single-player modes, yet taking on other opponents who can think and scheme just like you do adds much more of a challenge. As opposed to the other titles in the series, the battle mode here takes place in quite an open map, allowing for more fluid gameplay compared to the traditional block-based arenas. You can even take your custom-made characters into the arena for some personalized bombing fun. Number 7, Diddy Kong Racing. A title that was the Donkey Kong series' answer to Mario Kart, it brought in a number of features that were revolutionary in 3D racing games. On some of the tracks, you can choose between a car, airplane, or hovercraft, all of which have different speeds and characteristics. Plus, the robust multiplayer modes offered fresh variety to the game when you were bored of just standard races. This made for enthralling gameplay that varied in every race, and gave players the option to tailor their racing to the way they like it. Number 6, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Here's the score. Rule number 1, my way or he's a dead mother way. Take your pick.
Players would have been attracted by the mature themes and free-roaming gameplay, but would have also gotten a nice surprise in the shape of an in-depth multiplayer with 7 modes to choose from. Over 8 different maps, you can take part in a bank heist, race around on hoverboards, or just do the usual deathmatch carnage. Hopefully players didn't pick up too many bad habits from Conker himself and wouldn't be abusing each other mid-match.
Take this!
Number 5, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. The first of the series introduced us to a brand of gameplay that made the genre incredibly popular, at least for a few years. The satisfaction of pulling off a complex chain of tricks was unrivaled in extreme sports games, and being able to do that against your buddies made it that much better. The 3 modes at your disposal are Graffiti, where you tag various objects, Trick Attack, the usual trick score accumulation game, and Horse, where the lowest scoring player receives a letter until they spell horse. It has fun and challenge in abundance, while the attitude of the whole game is ideal for versus matches. Number 4, Mario Party 2. As the name would suggest, this game was really designed to be played with friends, preferably at a party. We could have chosen any Mario Party 64 title, but the second installment is by far the best on the console, thanks to it having the best minigame selection. The board game setup, broken up by minigames, is a rock-solid formula for success, and this title nails it.
Finish! Yoo-hoo!
With 6 different boards to play and 65 minigames, there's lots to do that will keep you and your chums entertained for hours. Number 3. Super Smash Bros. This was the first time that so many Nintendo characters had been included in one title, and pitting them against each other in a brawler was a dream come true for fans of the company. Each character has a unique set of attributes and attacks that are derived from their individual games, to allow players to use the character which best suits their style of play. Even the stages take you back into the world of your favorite games, as you four duke it out at Hyrule Castle or Saffron City. Number 2. Goldeneye 007. It is unknown how many friendships were destroyed by somebody choosing Oddjob, but we'd wager it's in the thousands. The advantage of the tiny character is just one of the legendary features that this multiplayer suite has. It's so good, in fact, that it inspired another classic title, Perfect Dark. Anyway, the maps were awfully named and ripped straight from the single player, but it all still provided the perfect arena for some of the most fun you can have in a multiplayer first-person shooter. It's incredible to think that all of this that has become so popular was merely an afterthought thrown in by the developers. Before we reveal our top pick, let's have a look at some honorable mentions.
Quickly, grab the rock with his hand, force the shot out.
Number 1. Mario Kart 64. Future titles in the series have expanded hugely on what is on offer here, but this is the one that established the franchise as one of the greatest arcade racers in the world. The iconic power-ups level the playing field perfectly for party play, as a well-used red shell can totally turn the momentum of a race. Expertly combining fun and competitiveness, it will have people of all ages laughing and arguing as you speed around the famous yet entirely unsafe Rainbow Road, or have some nail-biting finishes on Wario Stadium. That is, of course, so long as your coworkers don't try to use the shortcuts and ruin everyone's fun. I'm looking at you, Mike! Do you agree with our list? Which N64 titles did you and your friends play together the most? For more top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You are my new number 1.